Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Police in Spain going on the offensive, opening fire on suspected terrorists after two separate and deadly attacks involving people being run over. And a doctor dragged before a judge as we learn more about the raids on a clinic in Dearborn. Good afternoon, everybody. We do begin here with breaking news out of Ann Arbor. That is where police are investigating spray-painted graffiti that contains racial slurs and swastikas at the skate park located within Veterans Memorial Park. This is again in Ann Arbor. Police are ramping up patrols around city parks in response and are asking for the public's help to report any suspicious behavior. There's also a cash reward that's being offered for information that leads to the arrest of the persons responsible for this graffiti in Ann Arbor. And now to the case of a doctor and his assistant brought before a judge today in connection with a raid at a clinic in Dearborn. The two are accused of running a so-called pill mill operation out of that building there in Dearborn. Rod Maloney joins us now live with what was revealed in court this morning. Rod?
Yeah, Rhonda, we're getting a whole lot better picture of what was happening out here. Now, the neighbors were complaining about the long lines of people seated out here, spending the night out here in front of the clinic, waiting to have their opportunity to get some pain medication, opioid pain medication. But the police are now saying that there was a very specific way you went and did it because they had sent some undercover officers in. And the claim is that you'd go in, you'd talk to the office manager, and then the doctor would then take care of you. So I'm going to show you some video here. We'll start with Dr. Durrani, and he is Dr. Mohammed Durrani, 67 years old. He lives in West Bloomfield, and he has been in general practice for about 40 years. He's been around this town for a very long time. And he was having difficulty understanding the judge, and they had to spend a little time helping him get up to speed in terms of what it was that was going on in the hearing. And then after him was brought in Zabra Alawahed. Now, she is the office manager. She's 28 years old. She's from Detroit. Interestingly enough, that they both have 4 counts of controlled substance distribution, but she also has another count of on a habitual offender status, which could get interesting as they move into this investigation. But let's hear them read one of the charges to the doctor, the judge talking to him about what specifically he's being charged with.
Count 1, you did create and or deliver a prescription form for less than 50 grams of a mixture containing the controlled substance hydrocodone, contrary to Michigan compiled law 333.74012A4. You understand that charge?
Understand, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, so that was hydrocodone there. He also was alleged to have given out Adderall prescriptions, but there's much more to this case. There are going to be preliminary exams coming up in September, also the probable cause hearing. But we're going to talk a little bit more about the things that they were prescribing, that allegedly prescribing anyway, that brought so many people out here to the neighborhood. So for now, reporting live in Dearborn, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Rod, thank you. We do have more breaking news, and this time out of Finland. That is where a Finnish news agency says that one person has died and several others are injured after a man allegedly went on a stabbing spree in the city of Turku, according to a Finnish broadcaster. People were seen lying on the ground in the area. Police took to Twitter to urge people in the area to avoid the city center. And a wide-ranging anti-terror operation was underway in Spain today. Police killed 5 men wearing fake suicide belts in a town south of Barcelona just hours after that van mowed down dozens of people in the heart of the city of Barcelona in that mall area. Keir Simmons reports from Cambrils, Spain.
The scene of a dramatic shootout with a group of suspected terrorists overnight, as officers opened fire, killing the suspects.
Y nada, hemos salido a trabajar a las 12 de la noche.
Mark Al-Ataib heard the gunfire around midnight. As he fled, he saw 3 people shot, 1 in the head. They were wearing suicide belts, he says. Police now say the explosives on the belts were fake. Police say it began when a vehicle drove at a crowd. A car could be seen overturned, its windows smashed. 6 people and a police officer were injured. A woman has died. It happened just hours after a van mowed down tourists in central Barcelona. The Catalan police saying this morning The second vehicle attack took place in this seaside town of Cambrils, 70 miles to the south of Barcelona. Police say they fatally shot 4 people. A 5th died later. The area cordoned off, a bomb disposal team deployed. Spanish police now investigating what increasingly looks like a terror network, whose intent was an attack or attacks, perhaps far worse than the bloodshed of the past 24 hours.
You can see behind me there are heavily armed Spanish police on the streets of this tourist destination here in Spain. A witness describing 60 or 70 locals and tourists fleeing for their lives, running into a local restaurant, some clambering through a window. Truly horrifying scenes. Back to you.
And you can keep up with all of the latest developments on the Barcelona terror attack through the updates that we are continuously posting all day long at clickondetroit.com. Here at home, new information in the Hines Park sexual assault case. Floyd Galloway Jr., the man charged with the attack of a female jogger, is facing new charges. Galloway was in court today. He was bound over for kidnapping, assault with intent to commit sexual penetration, assault with intent to commit strangulation, and assault with the intent to commit murder. Galloway will be arraigned on August 25th. We also have some new information this noon. In the case against Trey Songz, the rapper has accepted a plea deal. Today, Songz pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges of disturbing the peace. His resisting and obstructing a police officer and aggravated assault charges were dismissed. As part of the plea, Songz is sentenced to 18 months of probation and must complete anger management courses along with substance abuse screenings. Meanwhile, a major effort is underway right now in Lake Orion to repair a dam before it breaks that is holding a lot of water from the lake. The dam is along Paint Creek underneath M24, and crews found erosion and water in places where water shouldn't be. And as our Nick Monticelli reports this afternoon, in an abundance of caution, crews are beginning emergency repairs right now.
Good afternoon. I'd like to be as crystal clear about this as I possibly can. There is no concern about this dam busting wide open. Trust me, if there was that concern, I would not be standing here. However, MDOT and other village leaders, they say they are being overly cautious for a good reason, and they'll have this under control in the next 24 hours. The village of Lake Orion is a tight-knit community, and when word got out this dam is a concern,
I think they have it under control.
Many here came to see for themselves, but it's what they can't see that's the problem. MDOT says water is getting into places it shouldn't, creating a depression underneath the dam. And if water is in one place it shouldn't be, where else is it? And could this dam break?
There may be water going behind the spillway, and we don't know to what level and to what degree that is. For us to be able to determine that, we have to slow the water. We have to be able to see the place dry.
See the place dry means they'll be installing temporary dams on Lake Orion and shutting off the flow here.
Once they get that temporary dam in place, this water flow is going to completely stop. And when that stops, all the risk that we have of additional damage or water flow is going to stop with it.
There are evacuation plans put together since so many people work and live along Paint Creek, but again, that should not be necessary. In the meantime, many of those here remain cautiously optimistic.
Well, we're very concerned. We've been on the lake since I was a kid.
And bringing the water levels down has actually already started. In fact, if you look behind me, you can see they've opened the secondary channels to get some of the water out of there. That way they can get these temporary dams in as soon as possible. In Lake Orion, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick, thank you. Good news on a Friday for those who live in Plymouth, as DTE has told Local 4 that all the power has been restored from that fire at the substation at former Farmer and Theodore that left the entire city of Plymouth in the dark on Wednesday night until early this morning. DTE worked around the clock to restore the power and offered bottled water and ice to those who needed it. Let's get over to Paul, talk about our forecast. Temperatures seem a little more mild today.
Absolutely, and take a look at the Skycam shot here, looking up Woodward. This looks like a postcard. This is just spectacular. I mean, you see Little Caesars Arena there, there's Comerica Park. This just, What a shot. And you can see the clouds here that have filled in during the morning, but you also see that there are little patches of blue here. So we're seeing little hints of sun along with the cloud cover, and temperatures have been slower to recover than in recent days. Look at 75 at Metro, 77 over in Ann Arbor, 73 over in Lapeer and at Adrian. And notice the winds here blowing at 10 to 20 miles an hour. So you'll notice that breeze out there as well. And here you see that cloud cover. You see these big puffs of white, but you also see those little gray areas, which are those little breaks of sun that I was showing you there on the Skycam shot. So through the afternoon, it's going to be mostly cloudy, and temperatures, it's going to be a slow rise because of the cooler air that's coming in behind last night's cold front. So 77 by 2 o'clock, and looks like a high temperature, probably around 79 degrees or so. Now we have a weekend coming up, and we have the eclipse. We all want to know about the weather for both of those, and I'll have that just ahead, Rhonda.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Paul. Still ahead, a social media giant is putting down roots right here in Detroit, and they're about to start hiring as well. Find out the cool reason why they chose Detroit over all the other cities. Plus, more fallout from the violence in Virginia. Another statue comes down, and the mother of the woman killed by a white supremacist has something to say about President Trump. Welcome back. Turning our attention now to Virginia, the mother of the woman killed in Charlottesville says that she will not speak to President Trump. Hayer's mother says that she saw a clip of the president at a press conference equating protesters to the KKK or white supremacists. In Maryland, another statue was taken down from public space amid controversial Supreme Court justice. Around 2 this morning, crews in Annapolis removed a statue of Roger B. Taney. He is best known for authoring the Dred Scott decision, which reaffirmed slavery and that people of African descent were not granted the rights of citizens. The State House and Governor's office have not commented on where the statue will be moved to. A popular music streaming service is upping its efforts to remove white supremacist music from their library. Digital Music News published an article on Monday saying that they found 37 white supremacist bands on the music app Spotify. Spotify has already started removing many of the artists and urging reviewing the rest of them. The company released a statement saying, quote, "We are glad to have been alerted and already have removed many of the bands." And big news here in Detroit as a popular social media company has announced that it's going to be opening its first new office in the United States in 10 years. And it's going to be here in Detroit. LinkedIn says that they will be opening an office right here in Detroit and hiring for positions at all levels. The company says they evaluated 10 other cities for the office but chose Detroit. Why? Because of our unique economic turnaround story. We have posted the information, including the jobs that they're hiring for, at clickondetroit.com. Great opportunity. A lot of big retailers are scrambling to keep up with Amazon when it comes to convenience. The latest to make changes, Target. More on that just ahead, and more on the weather with Paul.
Yeah, hey Rhonda, off to the east, this is the cold front that came through last night. Off to the west, this is not a cold front, but it is going to have some impact on our Saturday weather. So I'll break that down for you, and we'll talk about the eclipse weather all just ahead.
Ready, set, go!
Hey, you better be ready. He's going to gun it at you. Wind's blowing, the sun's out. Awesome day for football.
Friday night on the football field. Young wide receivers, running backs, and of course, quarterbacks.
Touchdown, Joey!
Players getting a life lesson, sharing their love of the sport, and making memories.
We get a lot more out of it than the kids do.
Meet the surprisingly young inspiration behind it all at 11.
Our client.
Firekeeper.
Welcome back. Big weekend here in Metro Detroit, from Pontiac to the city, as people from all over the world are revving up their engines and heading to Woodward Avenue for the Dream Cruise. The actual cruise itself is all day on Saturday, and it runs the length of Woodward Avenue from Pontiac to Detroit. You can find the local 4 tent just north of 12 Mile from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. tomorrow. Stop by and say hello to some fellow car enthusiasts from here at Local 4. I am bummed I'm going to miss it this year. I'll be camping with 50 kids from Detroit Public Schools. It's an annual camp I host called Camp I Can, but sometimes it overlaps with Dream Cruise, and I'm always bummed about that.
Well, you have to do what's important.
Well, yes, and cars are important too, and a lot of folks are going to be out there. So this little rain threat you've been talking about,
yep, we need to
just get rid of it.
Well, we'll do the best we can. Remember, I'm in sales, not management. I can tell you all about it, but I can't do anything about it.
Okay.
But hey, let's talk about eclipse weather. By the way, I don't know if you heard, because of the traffic problems, we've canceled the eclipse. But no, of course we can't do that. But it's going to be really something on Monday, and it's going to be something here too, because we're going to have mostly sunny skies. Now, the maximum eclipse, in other words, the peak time is just before 2:30 in the afternoon, and this is what it's going to look like here in Detroit at around 2:30. We're going to have about 80% of the sun covered by the moon. So if you have your eclipse glasses, remember, you can't look at it with your eyes without the glass. If you have your eclipse glasses, that's what it's going to look like. Temperatures rising from the mid-80s to the upper 80s by the end of the entire event, and we're going to have mostly sunny skies, so it looks like we're going to have great viewing for what will here be a partial solar eclipse. So 75 right now at Metro, not nearly that hot. 77 in Ann Arbor, 71 at Pontiac, and Adrian is at 73 degrees, and the winds are continuing to blow from the west or west-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So it's a coolish feeling day when you head out there. Not cold, it's just cooler than what we're accustomed to in August. So here you see, now we got really three things on the satellite. This is last night's cold front. This is the circulation around low pressure that's to our north. And this is not a front, it's not a storm system, it's an upper level disturbance. It's basically just almost like a little mini area of low pressure, about 20,000 feet up. And this is going to take a path that's going to ride right down just to our south during the day tomorrow and kind of increase at least the potential for a few stray showers. But right now, no rain in the area, just a lot of those stratocumulus clouds with little breaks in between. So here's how it breaks down on the computer model. We got the clouds now, but notice we start to erode those clouds by late afternoon. And again, I don't think we're going to see any showers from this. Partly cloudy overnight, and then we increase the clouds toward morning. The model's trying to spit out a few showers, mainly south, first thing in the morning, then maybe things settle down, and maybe a few more very spotty little showers popping up. I think a lot of us will see less in the way of rain than getting rain, but still you have to be prepared for a shower if you're out and about, and then things quickly die down and clear out Saturday night, and then get ready for a spectacular day on Sunday. But as you just saw in the Skycam shot, that's kind of what the sky cover is going to look like for the balance of the afternoon. Highs in the upper 70s, and then Sunday, check this out. We already talked about Saturday. Sunday, 84 degrees with lots of sunshine. Here's our eclipse day, 88 degrees for the high. Chance of some storms with another cold front on Tuesday. And don't forget, Ben Bailey is going to be down there at the point of greatest eclipse, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. He'll be reporting live starting on Local 4 News Sunday night at 11. And I know he is very much looking forward to that. Rhonda?
He is, as are we all, to the eclipse. Thank you, Paul. It's hard enough to find quick delivery when shopping online, but the popular retailer Target is taking it to the next level. A Target executive says that they are going to be able to provide the fastest possible delivery by acquiring a packing and shipping company. The service is in a testing phase right now in New York City at a store there and will expand to other major markets next year. Everybody trying to compete with Amazon. A 10-year-old boy is being hailed as a hero for what he did during his mother's medical emergency. Why his quick action appears to have saved not one, but 2 lives. Welcome back, everybody. One 10-year-old boy is being called a hero after his mother had a very unique and risky situation. Ashley Moreau says that she was in the bathroom when she went into labor, and her 10-year-old son was there. He called 911, but by the time the EMS arrived, Jaden had already helped deliver his new baby brother. Doctors say that if Jaden hadn't been there, his mom and brother may not have survived. Pretty remarkable.